We are going to today we are going to start the planning related of software quality assurance. Uh, Software quality assurance, they have set the standards to related to it. Whatever the this is the documentation, whatever the written over here, that means related to just for quality assurance purpose and testing purpose. Okay, suppose we have a plan for to develop a software. That means we should have also a plan to develop a software in a quality way. So okay, so what yesterday we discussed that what is quality means, it should be bug free. Okay, it should not have any error. Okay, then we can say it's a good software. It should meets its requirement. That means the requirement done by given by the client itself, and even though our requirements also. So what, even though if we are going to build up a software, we should develop a design of software in the quality way. In that case, we are going to review that design documents in the quality way. Whatever the documentation done for the designing, it should be corrected manner. The requirement specification related to only as of testing and quality purpose only. Okay, these are the things not only for the development. These are the things related to software develop quality software. Okay, now what is test plan? You heard about this test plan. It's a complete document that gives the idea about why and how the software is going to develop and quality way. Okay, so if I'm going to make a software, how I'm going to make a software, how I'm going to test this, how I'm going to write down the test cases. Okay, which are the scenarios related to testing purpose. Okay, which are the test data. Okay, what are the test requirement data, and then the expected output for it. Okay, you may have you may gone through some software testing concept. If you write down the test cases format, they have written that test case id, test case name, test case bug reproducible steps, and then expected result and actual results. Whatever the deviations between expected result and actual result, that's going to be counted as error. That means what, I am going to have the test planning, and the test case is one of the part of test plan. So test plan, what is test plan? Test plan is a complete documents which give the idea about it, how and why my software is going to make it. Okay, how I'm going to build a software and how I'm going to make a software. No, this is not only for software. We are related only thinking about the quality base. Okay, now code review. Why this is code review is a part of quality assurance? Because unless and until I'm going to do a unit testing or debugging of software, you are not going to build the software. Okay, so if I'm going to write down my code, that code, if it is not in correct way, who is going to rectify my problem? Okay, so in this case what I get it, in this case what I get it, code review. Code review means whatever the code written by some, suppose Akshay is writing some code and Prajakta is taking a review of Akshay's code, then she will give the review comments. Don't look at review comments as a blaming game. Okay, review comments means in this case the other person or your colleague will justify your code in a proper way. That colleague may give the good idea about it, how you are going to improve your code writing practices, or the code should be in a proper manner. If that code is good, you don't, if you don't have any problem over there, then it's okay. The review comments you will not get it. That means you will get a thumbs up for that. You should write that code, but that code should not have any error. Suppose you write on any if else conditions over there, you should mention the documentation related to if else, why this if condition you are written for it, why this while loop is your mention for it, why these integers you have pick up for it. Okay, what is the code or logic behind this code particular? That means what, the documentation related to code. This is a part of code review. Okay, your data should be saved in proper manner, your data should be fetched proper manner. That means these are all the different activities to be carried out by the programmers. Okay, so in this case they will do the debugging of the code. Okay, now what is the test procedure, how I'm going to make the software testing, who is going to carry out which part, when the test planning is complete, how the test case is going to write out, who is going to do the test case review. See, just like whatever the code review, we should have also a test case review also. Okay, now these are the things related to the test procedure. Whatever the test case review is there, that is a part of test procedure also. So review is the part of testing procedure, test case review is also part of testing procedure. Now look at the audit of the document standards. We discussed the only code documentation things concerned, but as of the quality of the software is concerned, then testing document and that standard should be matched. Okay, uh, they, they have, if they have test plan, they should have a quality plan also. Okay, and auditing means those who finding out the faults in the existing environment, they improve, they suggest the improvements. Don't think that they are going to blame on you. What they are coming here to find it out your faults or weakness in your product. That means they will try to find it out the other solution or good alternative solution for your project documentation also. Auditors are like a politicians people. Okay, just like what chartered accountant is for the accounting auditor. Okay, he is also auditor for that. Okay, so auditors, people come from the quality management, just like what we heard about ISO certification. Okay, you may heard about ISO certification. So this certification done by this auditor only. These auditors are the KPMG is one of the best company for the auditing work also. Okay, so they are the people who work for that and do the auditing purpose of work. Okay, now again the defect collections and all, defect data collection and evaluation analysis. What does that mean? Suppose I get an error over there, how I'm going to solve that? First of all, how I get that error? That means the finding out the root cause of that error. Why this error comes arise? What are the loopholes between that? That means if it is a part of technical fault or is it a part of functional error? Okay, so we have to find it out the that data, and we should do the different register for it, just like what we done in the risk register. So defect analysis is also part of it. Okay, and we should have that kind of data, that this error comes in this module when we upload for the configuration management or build the software. We used to build the software like a test version 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. What are these are the versions for it. So whenever I'm going to build a software, I should have the idea about it. This error comes in this version software 1.1. This error was a part of 1.1. This error part is what part of 1.3. So unless and until I'm going to evaluate the defect or error and I'm going to put it in a proper way, I'm not going to evaluate that error. Okay, so same kind of error may arise in future also. So we should be alert that time. We should have that our documentation. Suppose I'm making a software for banking, something like the loan transaction or something like that, and I get an error over there. And same kind of projects I'm going to build it after maybe 6 month period of time. I can have that data documents over here with me, that this is the kind of error arise that time. So in this case, I am not going to build that software in a wrong way. I will try to find it out the error first initial stage. This error should not come in the second stage also. Okay. So these are the things over there. And just like software tools, we should have also a testing tool also. That tool should be required for it. And the vendor and contractor, that means who are going to build, suppose we are going to build a software, we should purchase our software. I'm not going to make a software without the help of Microsoft technology or Oracle, because I need a database and all kind of things. So I should have a contract with these people. That means the service provider, like network configuration provider. These are the contractor for us. Okay, infrastructure build up. They build us infrastructure for it. Suppose Infosys is working on any project. That means they don't have the lease line for the networking. Okay, they have a type with Tata Communication and all. Okay, and suppose they want hardware, so they don't have that kind of thing. They have type with Dell or HCL, something like that. They are the contractor for it. Okay, and just like vendors, what vendors? The software vendors we have. Infosys don't have their own product. They try to build up the software from with the help of Microsoft technology, with the help of Java or the Sun Microsystem, or with the help of Oracle. Okay, so they are the vendors, or we should have that kind of documentation related to it also. And we should have all the things related to recorded means the documentation should be done. Okay, these are the things for the related SPA planning. Okay, uh, now as of planning is concerned, we should have the why, the purpose and the scope of the test plan also. Okay, why I'm going to do build the software, what are the scope means, how much that software having the facility all. Okay, there may be chances of getting a limitations also. So this is a scope of the project plan also. and the whatever the work products are there, that's meaning documentation, code, and all the things, they are the part of these standards. Because unless and until I am not going to set the standards for a particular product or not, then I'm not going to make a software. I should have at least one benchmark for it. This is the way I am going to make a product. This is the way I am going to write the code. This is the way only I should maintain the documentation. Okay, these are the standard structure of developing a software. Activities, actions, tools, methodologies, software development methodologies. Okay, reporting kind of consent. Okay, configuration management. For that configuration management, which kind of tools? Just like what Visual Source, Microsoft Visual Source is one of the configuration management tool. Okay, so all the things related to the standards, that means the step by step procedure I'm going to forward it next step. Okay, as of this software quality assurance is concerned, these standards, this is set by the US Defense Department. Okay, they have the standards related to as of software is concerned, and they set the standards. According to that standards, different kind of software companies establish their standards. Just like they have the first initial stage, they established standard by US Defense of Department of Defense. Okay, because they don't want any errors in their existing part of defense concern, because they give lots of money to the defense department, and they establish that kind of setup. They have that kind of stakes in the defense department, because US government have a setup of defense all over the world. Even though they have a setup near to India also. Okay, there will be chances of getting so many uh, camp over there also. Okay, so what they have standards, just like IEEE standard 370. Then they have different standard 2168, 2167. These are the standards they have mentioned to develop a software in a quality way. Okay, you get it, this related to something related to quality assurance. Okay.